Obviously, we're onto the Chiefs, but for you, just looking back, what a start was that? How good of a start was that for this team, but also for this special teams unit?
I mean, it's great to come out with the W, especially on the road against a division opponent. Um, I mean, it was rough at times. But that's why they say you can't ride the roller coaster of emotions. It's going to be high sometimes, it's going to be low. You just got to stay even keel, let the plays come to you. But I mean, that's what our special teams unit does: is we make spark plays, whether that's in the return game or guys punching the ball out. You've seen that in the preseason a couple times. Um, it's just a bunch of guys who want to play on offense and defense, but don't have the opportunities yet, and they're just making the most out of those opportunities and making plays.
Just thinking about it, how much of the return unit is back from last year?
We pretty much got everybody back, give or take a couple people, but I mean, we don't put anybody out there that's not gonna bust their butt. I mean, all 10 guys, not including me, they're working their ass off trying to block or. I mean, I'm not on any coverage units, but I watch those guys every day, going full speed in practice, and then it just translates to the game.
How does this coverage unit, this special teams, compare to ones you've been a part of in the past?
It's up there for sure. Just like all around the board, we got playmakers on the punt coverage team, punt return team, kickoff. Like Brandon McMahon is probably one of the best kickers in the league. I mean, he just makes it look so easy. Obviously, Logan's got a freaking boot. And I think we got the swaggiest long snapper in the league. Easy money snapper, that's my dog. But, I mean, it's definitely up there for sure, if not the best.
Let's go to the offensive side of the ball. For you guys, coming off of a performance in which maybe it took a little bit of time to get going, what's the message this week and perhaps starting a little bit faster and also keeping consistency throughout the game?
It's just be us and just do what we do. Don't let the defense dictate what, we could do. We just played a really good defense. They had front seven, got after it. Obviously, they have Buckner and Grover Stewart, who are two. I think they're one of the best duos in the league. We got to see those guys again. But just be us. I mean, it's always about what we do. There's some plays that, we had out there that they didn't do anything to deter us. Like we just, bad read or, drop or something like that. And we just got to be us and just do what we do.
I've asked everybody, I think, this so far. I know you don't want to look back, but for you, how much have you thought about that last game of 2022?
I mean, obviously it was tough. I mean, we lost to the eventual Super Bowl champions. We were that close to getting into that AFC championship, to put ourselves in a position to get to the Super Bowl. Just knowing how we stacked up and how close we were, it just gives us a little extra motivation coming into this game, just knowing we got the AFC runs through Kansas City. I mean, there's no doubt about that. They've won 2 Super Bowls in the last 4 or 5 years. So, if you want to be the best in the AFC, you got to go through Kansas City, and that's the mentality we have. They're the best in the AFC, and if we want to be the best, we got to beat the best.
When you watch, obviously, the footage from last week, they didn't have Chris Jones, but outside of him, defensively, how similar are they to the last team that you faced at the end of last year?
I mean, they got a lot of guys who, towards the end of last year, were stepping up. Like McDuffie, he's been playing really well. Played really well last week, forced a fumble. He's scrappy, probably undersized corner, but he's really scrappy and makes up with it with his aggressiveness and physicality. Those 2 linebackers are really good. They're sideline to sideline. They come down and hit you. They're sideline to sideline. They're real deal linebackers. Obviously, Chris Jones is one of the best, if not the best, defensive player in the league right now. He's a problem. But they're a really good defense. I mean, obviously they're defending champs for a reason. So.
You were the first one to tweet it out, I think, in this locker room to pack the bank on Sunday. What message do you have on video now for the folks out there at home that are debating coming on Sunday?
I mean, it's a playoff atmosphere. I mean, we're not going to say it's a rematch because, I mean, that's last year, but it's the defending champs coming in here. Like, if you're not here, you're missing out. If you're not here, I don't know where else you want to be other than here, so let's go. Come on now.